Yes, we are live. Welcome to the Hackensack Meridian Health Stage 17. I am Mina SayWhat, and this attractive young man is Anderson Paak. Can we get a little hand clap for the people in here?
Louder.
Louder! Louder! Loud! It's like that.
Yes,
so that's an inside joke. I went to Made in America, and Tekashi 6ix9ine was performing. So he was on the main stage, which I was very surprised that they put him on the main stage. So we're literally yelling, and he keeps saying throughout his whole set, louder, louder. And I'm like, how much louder do you need us to go?
It's fucking Treyway.
Right, louder. Anderson Paak. I like this. Do you style yourself?
Thank you.
Do you have a stylist? Or
Sure,
you style
I
yourself?
style myself. I pay her enough, so yes, I style.
Oh, someone put this together for you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know, you signed to Dr. Dre now. You
Got
can
a little
do
budget,
these things,
you know what I'm
right?
saying? I don't want to worry about what to wear, you know?
Right,
and
right,
I'm in
right.
New York, so it's like,
Right.
y'all be dressing out here. You look great, too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I changed my shoes for you.
You did you?
I had Hirachis on earlier.
Threw on them heels. It's no joke.
You know, we worldwide here, so I wanted to make sure my shoe game was all right.
Drip harder.
So you're here because you're promoting your album, November 16th.
November 16th, Oxnard.
Oxnard.
Yeah.
I said it right.
Oxnard?
Last time I spoke to him, I said it wrong. I'm an East Coast girl.
Yeah.
So the only thing I know about LA is LA, or California is LA and the Bay Area and the Valley. Mm-hmm. And then I just learned about Calabasas, which is where all the rich people live.
Okay, yeah, that's closer to Oxnard.
Oh, really?
That's 805. That's Ventura County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is where you grew up. This is the name of your new album, first major label debut album.
Yep.
A third album total,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And, you know.
You're doing your little study since
doing
the last
my little
okay.
math,
Yeah.
you know.
When's my birthday?
What?
When's my birthday?
You're a Scorpio.
What in the hell?
I made that up. What are you? What?
Guess.
I don't know.
You guess Scorpio?
You're like that's right? No? I feel like you're like
I'm an air sign.
a Libra. Almost?
I'm Aquarius.
Oh.
What's that make you?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm a bull.
That's cool.
So as an Aquarius, you're a water kind
I'm
of
an air
sign,
sign.
right?
I'm
Air
an air
sign?
sign.
No?
I'm air sign. Yeah, people get it mixed up with water, but I'm air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of just fluid. You go along with the flow a little bit, right? Is that how it was working with Dr. Dre? You kind of just followed his lead?
He's also a fellow Aquarian.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys get along well?
Get along very well, as long as, Aquarians can get along with anybody as long as we're in charge. So it's all good.
You ever have any disagreements with him? Like, no, I don't agree with you. This is what I want to do.
Of course.
What do you guys disagree about?
Little things. Sometimes like songs, what songs should be out, what sound should be in, what sound should not be in. But we always come to like a happy medium.
Yeah, he probably wins every time.
Or he'd be
He's like, I'm Dr. Dre. I got 25 plus years in the game. This is what we're doing, Anderson.
Some things for sure. His call. Yep.
What songs on the album did you guys disagree about?
I don't know if we disagree, but I remember he was saying like Tints wasn't his favorite at first.
Huh.
And I was like, no, man, that's got to be. That was one of the ones where, I came out, I won that one.
Right.
I was like, nah, man, I think this one got to go first, man. We got to crack him upside the head with this. He was thinking, some other tracks, but we pretty much like came to like an agreement.
What track did he champion?
He really likes Left to Right.
That's the last track?
Who Are You?
Okay.
He loves the whole album, really. But yeah.
But you know how you have your favorite? It's like your children. You're not supposed to say you have favorites, but you really have favorites.
He likes Savior's Road. He really likes that one too. Yeah.
And which songs do you like?
I love Savior's Road. Mm-hmm. I love what else? Tints. I love Smile Petty. Yeah.
These are the songs that don't have the features.
Yeah.
Right?
It's more about me.
So are these like the development songs, like the songs that tell us about Anderson Paak?
I think so. You get, the whole album, you get a good insight on who I am. But yeah, those ones is like, it's just me.
Are there a lot of themes of how you grew up?
The whole theme about this album is like same man, new car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got fancy friends like yourself. I'm on big
I'm not
stages
fancy.
now. You know what I'm
on the bus. Like I came here on the bus.
Yeah. A party bus? Ain't got no drinks.
Nah, not a party bus.
Okay.
I came here on the boat bus.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna have to write that.
Well, you have Kendrick on the text now, so that's one of your fancy friends.
me.
Right?
Yeah, this new experience has been all over the world. Thank God for the last project. It took us all over the world. So it's about like taking those experiences and bringing them back home, keeping your foundation, still evolving.
So how did the collaboration with Kendrick happen? Was that a you thing or was that a Dr. Dre thing?
That was a me thing. You know, me and Kendrick got a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? He was like always very supportive. I hit him up just on some, what's up, man? You know, getting some insight. And I always send him songs, you know, thinking about like, you know, what you think of this one? What you think of that? And these were one of the songs that I sent him, you know, like almost like a year and a half after.
Oh, wow.
After it was done, he sent his verse back. So, that's how it happened. We weren't in the studio, but he sent it back.
So Malibu came out like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So you literally hopped in the studio right after Malibu to work on this?
Yeah.
So this was prior to the Dr. Dre signing? You were already working on this album?
So Dre put out his album, then I put mine out. And then, yes, like right after that, I signed. And then...
Around what time was that?
This was like 3 years ago.
3? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like a little bit after I signed, I was in the studio working.
Yeah.
He let me just go off and do it, you know?
Right. I find it interesting that I remember when I first heard about Kendrick, Dre was kind of like introducing Kendrick to us. And now that's kind of what's happening to you. And now you guys are on the song together. So there's a lot of correlations here.
Family teams.
I know. I like that. So aside from the album, you are a family man.
Yeah.
2 kids, 1 wife.
Got a whole
second
wife.
marriage.
Which get me in trouble.
No.
Is that what you like to do?
No. I just, I find it interesting because I didn't really know that about you. I mean, I know I always see this kid on your social media, but, I don't know too much about your personal life.
That's my son, yep. I got 2 boys, Soul and Shine. Wifey. Yeah, man.
Where do you guys live?
We live in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how old are your kids? Tell me about your kids.
7-year-old and a 1-year-old.
What?
Yeah.
So that's like 2 completely different worlds.
I know. I thought I was one and done. You know what I'm saying? And, we was having our annual sex thing and then like, surprise, shit happened. Yeah. It's like, damn, fuck it must be meant to be.
What are their names?
Soul and Shine. Shine's the newest one.
Soul and Shine.
Yeah.
Why those names?
We're just hippies, like just what we like to do. Can't do nothing regular. Maybe the next one I'll name Eric or something regular.
Something regular?
Yeah, just like we off that.
Your next sex baby?
Yeah, Derek.
Do you guys smoke a lot of weed? I feel like you used to work at a dispensary or something, right?
Yeah, I used to smoke a lot of weed. I actually, this album I started smoking a lot. I took a break for a long time, but this album drove me to smoke.
You were stressed.
Oh, it's a lot going on,
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I used to work at a dispensary. I used to chop up weed and trim and grow and make a bunch of shit.
So talk to me about that process because I'm always so intrigued by it.
By what?
By like
trimming weed?
dispensaries. Like how do they work? Like what do they, how do you keep the weeds from dying? Like
it's so much you got to do. I mean, Cali got some of the best weather for it.
Right.
So we were up north in the mountains planting weed, and then you got to wait for it to grow, and then it grows, and you got to chop these big, the weed plants are pretty big, some of them. Yeah, just chop the stalks down, then you trim the buds off, and then you let them dry.
What do you chop it with though?
These big scissor things, I don't know.
Really?
I don't remember. It was so long ago, so many blunts ago, but I remember it's tough, and you like chop it down, and then you have to hang them, let it dry.
Really?
Yeah, for a while, dry in a room. And then you start chopping the buds. There's big leaves on it before it looks all pretty, and you put it in your.
So you got to chop the leaves off, the big ones off.
Chop the big leaves off. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. And then it looks all pretty, and then
then you smoke it.
And you put it in your pipe.
Smoke. Is that what you do? You smoke from pipes? Do you do like any of the EpiPens or anything like that?
Sometimes. Yeah. I usually just roll in white paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your wife. What does she do? Is she like a stay-at-home mom?
She takes care of my babies, teaching them how to speak Korean.
I need to find me a man to let me do that, y'all.
Wow.
Sit at home.
You don't have one already?
No. Oh, I have a man, but I don't sit at home.
That's what's
I
up.
work like 5 jobs.
That's good. Oh, shoot. What does he do?
We're not gonna talk about
working
him. This ain't about him.
Working your nerves. Nah, she a full-time mom. She take care of the babies and, you know what I'm saying, teaching them how to speak Korean.
Oh, she's half Korean.
She's full Korean.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
she from Korea, straight from Korea.
Have you been to Korea? Mm-hmm. How many times?
Maybe 3 or 4 times.
You know how to speak Korean?
Chinchachogam.
What the hell just happened?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you just say?
Listen, very little.
Do you know Chris Wu?
Yeah, Wu Films.
No, he's a Chinese rapper, but he used to do Korean rap. He's like the first rapper to go #1 on the iTunes charts from China. I was just asking. I
know Dumbfounded though.
Yeah,
he's a big Korean rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Talking about your album, you have Pusha T on the album.
Push.
Brother's Keeper is the song.
Yeah.
What's that about? Like, what's the concept of the song?
I was just talking about like how everybody has to eat and how you don't, if your whole team don't look good, if you look good, your whole team looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gotta eat, and my brother's keeper. Everybody gotta eat, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna live at the top with my family. You know what I'm saying? All in one. And he knows about family. You know, he was in one of my favorite groups with his brother.
Right.
And so after I made the record, I sent it to him, and that was like one of the first features I got, and he just like sent it back right away.
Yeah. That's dope. I told you before I love him.
Yes.
So I can't wait to hear both of you guys kind of go back and forth a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this whole like Pusha T and Drake thing?
I think it's great. I think it's great for
you. Like this?
Yeah. What? I'm a hip hop fan. I love it.
So
I love it. It brings the best out of artists, out of both artists, and I think it's good. I mean, when you step into battling though. And you step into that arena, I don't really think there's rules though. You know? I think when there might be for other people, but I think that's what I don't feel like he held any punches when he brought his wife up or his fiance, and so you know.
Right. That was definitely a topic of conversation. Like, are there rules when it comes to battle when you're going back and forth like this? And Drake felt like he hit below the belt a little bit.
Well,
then he's like, I don't want to play anymore.
Right. But I mean, you know, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like when you're battling, you know. But I mean, I remember hearing, you know, the OG say like, you're not ever supposed to bring up anybody's like family,
right,
or like kids, or you know, saying wifey. But it's happened before. I remember when Jay called out, you know, when I was super ugly.
Right. He said, remember what was the line?
Condoms in the baby seat.
Right. Or then he said, you know who and you know what.
You know who.
Right.
So
let's keep that between me and you.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not really alluding to it, but you're alluding to it.
That was great. That was great thing about Jay-Z. He was like always like dissing, but you couldn't, it was never like, I'm talking directly to you. It was like really like vague, and like you had to go and like unravel.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was having that conversation. When you look at some of the older artists, they handle a lot of their personal issues eventually in the music. And I feel like now it's kind of changed a little bit, where a lot of people air out their personal business on social media and go back and forth, like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and what's going on there. You know, as opposed to let me make a song and address you in the song. I mean, what do you think is the way to handle it?
Whatever's gonna get you the most spins, you know. Like they know what they're doing, you know. Sometimes it's like, well, back then it's like they didn't have Insta where you could just, it was so direct to consumers. So it's like when you're trying to get something off now, it's like, you know, if you wanted to really have an impact and fast, it's like maybe just do a video on Insta, you know, and address it and air it out. Sometimes
or 10 like Cardi B.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Some people got real beef, and some people it's like battle. So that's the thing. Like, I never thought it was real beef with them dudes. You know, I always thought like, oh, they battling is dope. You know, they going back and forth taking shots. It's hip hop. But it's a difference between beef and just, you know, you battling.
Right. Your last album, Malibu, got a Grammy nomination. Were you like upset that you didn't win? How are you feeling?
I was a little tight because like, it's like you get nominated, you get so hyped, and then it's like, oh man, you're just happy to be nominated, and then you build up, and then you figuring out what to wear, and then you start thinking like, damn, I might could win, you know?
Right.
But it was cool, man. It was dope experience just to be in there. You know?
Who ended up winning that category? Do you remember? It was Best Urban Contemporary.
Beyonce.
Oh,
so
boy, bye.
It wasn't bad. Had a kind of steep competition. Yeah, but I'll be back. Yeah.
Did you write a speech and everything? Like,
hell no, hell no. And then right when they're about to give it out, I was like, wait, I don't even know what I'm about to say if I do win this shit. Yeah, I was just like, oh man.
You were signed to Dre already at that point, right? Mm-hmm. So your relationship with him change? Like, did he treat you differently?
After I got the nod?
Yeah. Because you know how people are sometimes. When you win an accolade or maybe you get nominated for someone, people start, oh, what's up?
Nah.
I was supporting you the whole time.
Dre is one of them dudes that is not moved by hype at all.
I love that.
None of that extra shit like gets him to change or none of that stuff. He's just, if he thinks you're dope forever. And like, if you're super hyped up and you're not dope, he's gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does he do it? Like, how does Dre shut people down?
They usually go in there, play their music, and you'd be like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Ripping chords out. Give me your phone. No, give me your phone. I don't fuck with that. Just thumbs down. Everybody knows Dre when he works. It's like, it's either this or, yeah.
He said,
That's
turn
hard.
that off.
That's hard.
Turn that off?
Yeah, turn it off. Walks out the room. I'm gonna go make me a drink. That's it. It's not lit for you.
Well, he definitely gave you the thumbs up. Y'all make sure to check out Oxnard.
Oxnard, November 16th.
Right. Yes.
Oxnard.
Anderson .Paak, you know who I am. Mina Say What right here at the Hackensack Meridian Health Stage 17. Thank you guys for watching.